This guy walked onto the stage of the FC Pro Open, played some of the world's best players. But in this moment here, at the start of the day, he was the complete underdog, the unknown of the group. As you can also see here, rank 66 in the world, the lowest rank amongst these players. And he was facing up against players like Nicholas, ranked number 1 in the world. But at the end of the day, to the surprise to almost everybody I would say, he was able to turn those rankings literally upside down because he was at the top of the table, winning 4 out of the 5 matches at this day. This is Anas, he's from Egypt, and I thought, I want to know what made him so successful, what he was doing so good at this day that he was winning so many matches. So I analyzed his gameplays, and in this video you will get 3 things that we all can learn from Anas. I'm Benjamin from The Guide, and this is not just another video that helps you to be better in FC 26, but also our 4th video for our advent calendar. As you might have noticed, every day you get a new video that helps you with FC 26, but not only that, you also get some gifts as part of our advent calendar if you are observant and fast, because somewhere hidden in this video you will find a code, and with that code you get our meta course at the Guide Plus for free. In this meta course we explain the best working strategies in the games, strategies, ideas, techniques, concepts that you should pick up. So something similar to this video here, but just explained in a more detailed and in-depth way so everybody can learn this. So as soon as you have seen this code, you should go down to the comments or in the description, and there you find an explanation on how to use that code to get that course for free. But only the first person gets it. But if you're not fast enough and the code is not working, don't be disappointed, because right now we have some really good offers going. You can get our season pass. With that you get access to all our courses, 10 plus courses, 100 plus tutorials that you will get with that season pass. And you also have some nice offers to get this on a discount for a gift to a friend, for example. So some really creative gift ideas that you can get there. Also, we have some discount on our one-to-one coaching. Check out our website. There you can find all of our discounts and offers that you can get right now to a really good price. So now let's go back into this video and let's see what Anas did so good at this day. The first point is smart aggression, especially around the box, so something for defending. And this is something I think you also see in your games. Your opponent was just going down the wing, and now they're going to circulate the ball back here like this around the central midfield, while they are looking for passing opportunities inside the box or at the edge of the box. Something like this. This is something that you also see in your games. So now very standard here is in this moment, as soon as the opponent is playing this pass here, the next pass is rather obvious. So something which is very standard, I would say, is not using this player to defend this player, because we all know the opponent is going to play this pass next, or at least will try to play this pass. So what you see very often is the next switch to this player. So we can go already here to anticipate for the next pass, and then press R1 or RB to have this kind of player, the teammate, applying pressure to the current ball holder. So we have this kind of double press, and we are preventing like 2 things, the dribbler, but also the next passing option. This is how you apply pressure in this game. But now the next thing that I saw, was really surprising to me, because I didn't use it like this. So like here, so far really standard. So you might already see or identify this kind of pass gets really risky, because Anas is doing a good job moving up like this, while here is still the pressure of this player. But then you see like here, Anas is identifying and noticing like, okay, I already cut off the passing option. Nicholas in that case doesn't have any real options anymore, and he's transitioning from just going for the passing opportunity instead of, hey, from this moment on, I can actually just apply pressure here, while also cutting off the passing opportunity. So this is somewhat of the next step, transitioning from just going for the next passing option, but transitioning to applying pressure to the current ball holder. And this was a typical pattern that I saw, and this is a really nice win of ball possession. And here you see like no focus on the current ball holder, but all of a sudden turning around, because Anas was very smart to see, okay, I have this covered off, there's no real option right now, I can just move up here and win the ball. And as you will see with the next 2 examples that I have for you, this was a very typical pattern. So similar story, the opponent here is going down the wing like this, and then you see this very, very often. The opponent will turn around and now will focus for the passing opportunities in the center. Something like this. This is how you create chances in FC26. So what do you do against this? You select a defender in, or like in that case midfielder, in the center to take control over this area, to prevent these actions here in the center. But then here, like similar story that we have seen before, occupying this area, like taking control over that, using second player press with R1 or RB to still have someone controlling also this player here in this situation. But then you see similar story to what I've discussed before. Here now, very nice how this player is used to not only cut off the passing lane but also have some pressure here on the current ball holder. And we will see something very similar and also here in this situation. And you see there's no blind aggression. And that's what I said, like smart aggression, because here in this moment you will notice Anas is really like making sure that there is no open area to play. So like it's very hard for, in that case, Danny Pitbull to play passes like this, especially in this area. Anas is taking care of this, that this is not really viable. But as soon as Danny is now isolated with the dribbling, as you see here, like moving here down into this lower area, it's very hard now because there is no real exit strategy anymore. And that's why I call this smart aggression, because Anas is super smart in identifying this. And now you see, like, all of a sudden there is no real way out of this for Danny Pitbull anymore, and Anas can really use this kind of one more time, this kind of double press, using his own player, but also then using R1 RB to have this double pressure here going. And there is no exit anymore for Rodri, unless Danny Pitbull was anticipating this. But as you can see, like, he's completely overwhelmed by these two players. So he finds these kind of spots where he can then, like here, passive, passive, passive. And as soon as he identifies Anas that there's no way out for Danny anymore, well, now it's the go time and the time to win the ball. So very interesting way how Anas is applying pressure around the own box. As the second point, I want to talk about the fullbacks, because Anas was very proactive using the fullbacks in the attack. And I would say, at least to some extent, you already see this in the tactics, because he also has them on fullback, but on the versatile focus. If you look at the tactics from the pros, I would say almost every pro has them on the defend focus. And here you can already see a little bit of an inclination that he is more willing to get them involved, because with versatile, they tend to stay up higher on the pitch, be more involved in the build-up, especially if you triggered a run. So this is the tactic, by the way, from Anas. Feel free to copy the code, but I just noticed, like, this is not a code which is going to work in FC26. Wait, give me a second, something is wrong here. Sorry guys, I don't know what happened. I don't know what kind of code that was. Hopefully it's useful somewhere else. I don't know. Anyways, if you want to play the 4-4-1-1 of Anas, here is the real code, so you can use that. And then you want to use the fullbacks like this, because here you see Anas just won the ball with a fullback and now is playing the ball to his central midfielder, but he is playing this kind of pass as a 1-2 pass, because as you will see, he's immediately triggering the run of this player, and you do this with L1 plus X or LB plus A to trigger that run. And this will make a huge difference in the attack, because here you see Theo Hernandez is moving up on the pitch and is now available in this position. And now this is already tricky for Danny to defend, because he has just this one defender here who's facing up against two players. So this makes a huge difference. He has to defend this player here, but also this player here. So this is already problematic, because Anas created that way a player's advantage on the wing. So he is overloading the wing with an additional player that he's using. Obviously there's some risk involved, because if he's losing the ball in such a situation, well, this wing position in the defense will be wide open. So this is something where you have to find the balance, or where at least Anas is really brave of using this. But it has some advantages for the attack. Here, another triggered run of Theo Hernandez moving up. So you see, like, one more time, really hard to defend for Danny in this moment. Here he's actually calling him short, but you see how this is a vital part of Anas and how he's creating chances going over the wing. And then in that case, he's also like to use those kind of moments where he can play a driven pass inside the box. So when he's then here on the wing position, he's looking for those kind of opportunities to create chances. So like, this is part of the game plan from Anas to score some goals. Here you have another situation. Theo just won the ball. and you see it one more time. I think either he triggered it now or it was a delayed 1-2 pass because Theo was still in this kind of weird transitioning animation. But the vital or important part is it's another time where Theo Hernandez is involved, or like the fullback is involved. And one more time, similar story. 2 attackers, just 1 defender, because this player is just chasing. And then it gets hard for Dani Pitbull to defend. And you see here in this moment, he tries to get the winger involved. But it's not happening because there's another run triggered from Mbappé. You do this if you don't do it with a 1-2 pass, and here in that case Mbappé didn't play the pass immediately before. If you just want to trigger a run, you press L1 or LB while aiming at this player, so this player is then moving forward like this. And this now is also something that Dani has to respect, because here you can see he cannot go just move up because he has to respect the run. Here you see he has to keep his distance, or like at least cover this run off to some extent. And this missing aggression is going to give Anas the chance to play this pass into the center. So you see like small details and how they can make a difference, and in that case it's obvious because the pass is going to be played from the fullback and it's not just a threat but actually involved. So he's playing this pass, and then here we end up in this position and Anas is going to be able to play this out. Well, let's go back here. He's playing out like this, and then this turns to be out, like this turns out as a penalty because Dani had to go for a slide tackle to cover that off. And now we have another moment here where Anas got a little bit lucky, but then you see in this moment here, while he's controlling the ball with the striker, now he's also clearly triggering a run of the fullback. Just give me a moment. Bang. Here you see it, the run is triggered, so aiming towards that direction, pressing L1, LB. So now he gets the fullback involved, moving up forward. And it's not that he's using this immediately, but you will see the difference in just a moment when he's playing out this attack, like gaining some time here on the ball, and all of a sudden you see like one more time a threat which wouldn't be there if Anas wouldn't be as brave of getting the fullback involved. So now you see he can play this pass, and one more time the chance creation starts at the wing by overloading the wing, by getting the fullbacks involved, playing it back to Salah. And now I'm just going to do it to normal speed and just be surprised about what Anas is going to do, how he's playing out this attack. And then we're smoothly transitioning into the third point with this kind of pass, because this was his speciality. These kind of passes, those kind of chips on short distance. Because if you look at this, and I'm going to slow it down a bit, I think this looks familiar to you as well. We all face this right now with a very strong AI defending. So many players are here involved. We have the 4 defenders, and we have like, I don't know, like 2 or 3 additional players. Like, I'm losing count. It's actually 3 additional players. So really condensed, really compact like area here. And the question is, how do you create a chance out of this? And this kind of short distance chip was something that Anas was using, and this caught so many players by surprise. So what he is doing in this moment is just laying it off to the player here, and then pressing L1 plus X, LB plus A to trigger the run as well. And then he's just playing our L1 plus triangle or LB plus Y pass, so a lob through ball above the defensive line like this. So this is the idea on really short distance. And the thing is, as a defender, you don't really consider this because it's very hard to really get passes through, and this is the only way. So those kind of short distance chips, bang, like this. Like you see, like Dani is not thinking about something like this because he's just moving up and is not defending the run in this moment because it's on such a short distance. And the question would be like, how do I get a ball through? Well, this is the way. But this was not the best use of it. He also had like this situation, and this was really interesting because he was like looking for passing options here on the wing. At some point he's calling Mbappé short. Like here you see Mbappé is now moving short like this, and this is done by pressing R1, RB, and aiming towards the player. So you get some support by the player here. And now look what Anas is doing here. He's also using the short distance chip above the defensive line to score this goal. And this is just like super creative use. I've never really seen it like this. And I'm not quite sure if he actually triggered a 1-2 pass here like as before, because with a 1-2, Mbappé would, I think, more move like this. So maybe he didn't play this pass to Schweinsteiger as a 1-2. But anyways, the idea is the same. And in that case, it's not like this kind of pass like this, but it's always like in this angle, which is very, very creative. And well, it's a beautiful goal that he just scored, and I think no one really saw that coming as well. The commentators, former pro players and still competing, by the way, they were super surprised, and this is the reaction when you hear it. Then you notice, well, this player was doing something special. So Anas had a really strong showing at this first day of Group C in the FC Pro Open. Congrats to that, but he also is aware job is not done, job is not finished. He has to continue this with a strong showing in the next match day, so good luck to him. And thanks to you for paying attention to this video. I hope you had a good time and learned something. Also, check out the upcoming videos of the Advent calendar, and also be observant about the codes. You will have more opportunities to get some gifts, so always be very observant when watching the videos. And also, if you're not lucky enough to get a gift, also, we have some really good offers right now for Christmas. If you're looking for a great gift idea, check out our site. I think we have something for players that needs to get better. If you have a friend, something like this, then I think this would be a really good gift idea. Thanks for watching. Keep a clean sheet. I'm out.